with these banks, just recently, I'd say about 2 days ago, I kept having visions of constant bank issues all throughout the year. So Spirit has shown me that there's going to be bank issues in, June, and it's specific dates, and it's November, and I'm going to go ahead and say March. I didn't get clarification on March, but I wrote down a date that I kept hearing along with this bank issues, and I just hear March, June, November. And then Chase Bank just popped in my head. And I'm like, why Chase Bank? Chase always in the goddamn news about something. Spirit said fraud. Nothing but fraud. Nothing but fraudsters. I don't know what they got caught up in their sleeve. But Chase Bank gonna do some of y'all real dirty this year if you still got your money with them. Now, I'm just saying, me personally, along with Chase, this is just me talking. Because every time I turn around, Wells Fargo is always in the news. It's just one thing after another with those two banks. But I'm getting to the point where I really don't care in general for banks. Me personally, I barely keep anything in the bank as is. You can barely rub 2 pennies together, get a ham sandwich in that bank of mine that I got. And then I look at my comments. I see a few men. I guess y'all been looking at the type of car that I'm driving, or what you're trying to decipher what I do for a living. You see me out eating some frozen yogurt and think that I'm rich all of a sudden. I don't know how you guys came to that conclusion, but some of y'all really need to close your phones down and focus on yourselves. I'm just going to respond to a comment and hopefully they see it. Don't look at a person and just assume that they have it all together. I told y'all I spent all my money during my sabbatical and I don't regret a damn thing. Okay? The money is gone. I have invested some of my money. I've put it into real estate investment trust accounts. I put it into several mutual funds. I put it into several policies. I let that sit for a few years and the investments have turned out very well. But since the world has turned for the worst, I realized that none of this shit matters, okay? Let me tell you what I did last summer. I attempted to try to pick up a contract. The contract went fucking south. I didn't care for anybody in administration. I told them basically to go to hell, and they said, we don't think you're a good fit. I said, good, I agree with you. And I went on about my motherfucking way. And I decided, I said, this working shit is still not working for me. Trust me, I've tried this job stuff. I've tried everything I can. But one thing that I can't do is get a full-time job. I won't do it. I'll freelance my way. I'll independent contract my way. I'll do agency my way. But I do not work like the average human being. I do not work 40 hours a week all the time, okay? But I do ask the spirits to help a sister out. And they have. Just last month, they sent me a settlement check because one of them companies that tried to BS me out my money when I was doing that travel nursing stuff. This is my 5th settlement check that came in the mail, and I don't even check my mail. I don't even like to be bothered. But Spirit, as soon as I ask Spirit, hey, I need some money. I'm running real low. Okay, what you got for me? This is when the snowstorms was happening. And remember I said the ice and stuff, do not leave your home. I was dead serious. I wasn't leaving my home. I had a few shifts lined up. Then the week before that, they canceled. I said, F it, cool. I'm going to just lay down. I'm going to trust the process. Now, I could play this game because I ain't got no children. I ain't married or nothing like that. The only person I depend on is me. But like I said, my confidence level is so high and that I believe that I'm divinely protected. This is what happened. I'm about to have some visions in my head. And remember, my visions predominantly come at night between the witching hour. I told Spirit, I said, hey, let's stop the camera. I'm going to tell y'all right now, let's gather together. I ain't got no money. What y'all got for me? Can you help a sister out? Literally produces a vision in my head in the middle of the woods and shows me 2 big old double doors. And the doors, the numbers say 888. They push the door and I see a huge light. And it's like the light flashes in my head. And they kept telling me that abundance was starting to come for me and that I need to stop worrying about money. I said, well, it's not about worrying about money. I'm worrying about making sure these bills is due. I just care about at least having a roof over my head. You understand that? Do you understand that? Okay? If the gods is on this planet carrying out the goals that we need to do to ascend the planet, bills gotta be paid, baby. They understood that. So listen, they said money's coming on the way, but I want to instill something in your brain that none of this is real. They have to keep telling me that in my brain that none of this shit is real. Okay? Tell me why after I have the vision, something in my spirit kept telling me to check the mail. Check the mail. Check the mail. Y'all, I don't check the mail. I let the mail climb to the top because, it ain't nothing but bills in there and ain't nothing but some coupons for stuff I don't care about. Ain't no money up in there. So I'll drive by every day. I don't care about that. What's in that mailbox. The spirit, the great mother kept telling me, check the mailbox, check the mailbox. Check the mailbox. Boom. It's a damn company. Listen, there's a whole bunch I have not told you about my nursing history with travel nursing, but I used to get left stranded. They used to not pay us on time. They did a lot of nurses dirty during the travel nursing era during the Big C, okay? And anybody that knows me before, I had a nursing channel. And I told you, I said, there'll be a day that'll come that we'll check our mailbox and there'll be settlement checks for everybody that got wrong during the Big C, during 2020. I felt it in my spirit. I've been new. This my 5th settlement check that came in the mail. Spirit may open a gateway for me for money to come through. So when y'all think that I got money like that or you look at my car, understand. I ain't got nothing like that. I've been dependent on the spirits to give me some money, and they've been coming through every single time. If it ain't like a check that's coming in the mail, they'll open a gateway for shifts for me to pick up. And it's at an easy place, like a real cool, chillax place where I can pick up a shift, make some money, get the money same day or get it the next Friday and do it like that. So when y'all look at me and the type of lifestyle that I'm living, understand I'm moving by faith. I'm moving my motherfucking faith. Stop looking at my lifestyle, looking what I have and the material aspect of it. Okay? Y'all really got to stop this stuff. That's why I want y'all to go ahead and pick up my book, What Will Your Heart Weigh Against a Feather? Because you looking at my lifestyle, my car, my type of apartment, and just automatically assuming, oh, she got it like that. I spent all my money. What are you talking about? I took majority of my money out of my Roth IRA. Roth IRA. I did all the investments. I did all the policies that I could. Okay. I got a couple of hundred in one of those accounts. Ain't none in there. Okay. I might can tap in one of these policies, but that's my last resort. I don't care. I had a blast last summer because I was like, man, I ain't working. I don't want to work for the freaking man. I paid off my credit card from the proceeds from my Roth. And then I chilled for 2 months last summer because I just couldn't do that working shit. Okay? The money was spent. Okay? So when I tell you about these banks, these F-ass banks, understand that a lot of things is about to start transpiring. And Spirit just keep telling me, chase. These going to be a whole bunch of bank issues. So be wary of the cash that you have in your bank. I'm old school, baby. I still keep some cash on me, cash in my boobie, cash under the mattress. I got secret locations, okay, where I can turn to somewhere. Something always pops up where I'm divinely protected and somebody just giving me some money. I told you, you just got to get your auric field so high that things will start naturally attracting, to you. You know what I'm saying? So I just came back on here to tell you guys about that. And be wary about these damn banks. They doing something funny with the money. And Spirit keep telling me that. Watch your money. I ain't telling you to liquidate everything. I'm just saying watch your money. Watch the market. And be protected. Get in tune with the spirits. Because relying on any job, forget about it.